This is the Projekt Gemineye update, brought to you by Riffical Records. And here's your host, Mark Anthony K. Greetings, friends, and welcome to a rather interesting update for the Projekt Gemineye channel. I don't usually do videos like this, but I'm kind of forced to do it because this is very important for you, the supporter, to know about. So this is going to be a good news, bad news video. So let me start with the bad news first. As most of you probably know, since most of you are on the internet a lot and Facebook and so on and so forth, Apollo Mastering, the plant in California, burnt down. They are one of two companies worldwide who make and provide lacquer acetates. Those are those discs that we use to cut our information onto, and they are sent to pressing plants. They make the stampers out of it, and we get our albums from it. Well, Apollo Mastering burnt down the other night. Everything lost, all their supply, their machines, from what I understand, and even they were a supplier of cutting heads for the lathes, and those are all destroyed as well, apparently. Not good. Basically, I got a phone call from Train Records telling me about this as well, just to let me know about it. It's not a good situation, apparently. They're expecting that their vinyl production will probably cease sometime in the next coming months ahead. That they don't know how long it'll be until they won't have any vinyl orders because nobody will have any acetate to make the albums from. Like I said, they're one of two companies. The other company is in Japan, and apparently I don't know the name of the company. I'm sure it's easy to find who it is. They've apparently put a message on their website saying that they are not taking any new clientele because they were completely overwhelmed by a flood of new customers because of this happening. As you can suspect, they now own 100% of the market now. So while there still will be a way to get it, this is going to be extremely difficult here in North America now, and probably globally, to get lacquers to use for making albums. And especially for somebody like me, who's not a Universal Music or Geffen Records or anything like that. And I make small runs. I make 100 copies of my records. So for me to get a hold of this, or for places like Lacquer Channel who do these things for people like me, if they do get supply from overseas or whatever, it'll probably be very pricey, number one. And number two, they might really restrict who they're going to do business with because they're going to have only limited amount of stock to do it with. Who are you going to rather do it with? Would you rather cut an album for Madonna or for whoever, the Tea Party or some new current bands, or the latest Kiss greatest hits album, or that's going to do 10,000 copies, or someone like me who's going to do 100 copies, if you see where I'm going with that. So it's not a good thing. We don't know what the future holds. Obviously, there's been quite a few posts by people saying that while this is not a good thing, this could be one of these opportunities that might present itself to somebody. You know what they would say, disaster gives opportunity to somebody else. So maybe somebody else who might have the funds to do it may be able to jump in and start a business out of this now. Maybe they might, pick up the torch and do it. Who knows? Or maybe somebody might come in and assist Apollo and get themselves back on their feet. And who knows? Nothing is sure now. All I do know is that there's going to be a lot of chaos right now. There's going to be a lot of people panicking about this stuff within the music industry. This is not something that, Joe Average next door is going to probably give a crap about, to be honest. But for us, the music lover and music consumers, there's going to be an impact. Short term, maybe, who knows? Will we start seeing more expensive records? Will we start seeing, record store day being canceled because they just don't have the means to do these things now anymore. Who knows? So that's kind of the bad news. The good news, my friends, is that in that same conversation that I had with Train Records, they have reassured me that my stuff is not in any danger. I had gotten my stuff done already, weeks ago. So it is at the pressing plant getting done. To see the pressing plants, as long as they have their stampers and stuff like that, they can just go ahead like nothing's happening. Where they're going to get, in trouble is when all they're going to have left to do is just do reissues of stampers that they already have. And keep in mind, a stamper probably lasts 1,000 albums, and then you have to change and get a new one. Well, you can't do that now with no lacquers. So basically, most places are going to need to continue doing stuff with what they have, because it's going to be very hard to get new stuff in for the very immediate future here. But back to the good news. It's not affecting my thing at all. My stuff is going through as planned. Everything's on course with my stuff. So if you were waiting to order your stuff and now all of a sudden decide to stop because you don't know what's going on with this, feel free to continue. I'm still taking orders and my pre-orders for this. Nothing is affecting my release. Now, future releases like Projekt Gemineye in the year 3073 Book 2, I'm still going to go ahead with making it. I'm still going to go ahead with releasing it in every way that I can. Digital, CD for sure. CD is not affected, of course, by any of this. So CD releases will be coming out of it. But vinyl, I don't know what's going to happen with that, my friends. And I know vinyl has been something that I've been really blessed with having you guys helping me out with. And I really, really hope that you guys are not going to abandon Projekt Gemineye because there may not be a vinyl version of the next album. I will do everything I can to try to find a way to make it, whether it's trying to hunt down independently some blank acetates from somebody from the black market or something, or I don't know what, but I'll try to get myself in a position to do another vinyl release sometime soon. For all I know, we could be jumping the gun here, and maybe in a month's time they could already have something worked out and things get back to normal. Who knows? We don't know. We don't know what the future holds. But all I can tell you now is that this album that I'm doing the pre-order for is going through as promised. Nothing's affecting that. I've been giving major reassurances about that. There's nothing to worry about with that. It's happening right now. So no worries about that, my friend. But just to let you know, a heads up, that the next album, which I didn't have planned to really start doing anything with it yet until probably spring, as far as starting to write it at least, who knows what'll happen vinyl wise. CD wise, it'll come out, and then you know what, when we get to that bridge about releasing it, we'll discuss it then. Okay, let's be optimistic. Let's think that nothing will be wrong by the time I get around to releasing the next record. How about that? Okay? And again, I stress this over again. Nothing is wrong with this order. Everything and everybody who has put in their order, no worries. You're going to get your record. We're going to have a vinyl release of this album. So again, thank you very much for listening to my babbling. I got this message initially at like 1 o'clock in the morning that this happened. So I hardly slept because I was kind of worried about what was going to happen with my stuff. But there's nothing to worry about. I'm very glad. So I'll probably spend a day kind of, napping here and there to catch up on some sleep. But in any case, everything's moving forward. And I just wanted to let you guys know before you started reading about it elsewhere. And a lot of these articles are very, very doomsday-ish about it. So I didn't want you guys to get the wrong idea. Projekt Gemineye's album is coming out. Okay? Thank you very much, my friends. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them here. And or if you guys want to message on the Facebook page, go ahead and leave me your comments, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Okay? So thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Bye for now.